来，让我们继续掌声有请美中关系全国委员会项目部副总裁乔纳森 洛威登台致辞，有请。
大家好. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak this afternoon about a subject that is actually near and dear to my heart, Hubei, and for including me on such an auspicious panel. It is an honor to speak alongside such distinguished guests, panelists and guests, Mr. Zhang and Consul General Ambassador Huang, Deputy Consul General Tian. I'm John Lowett. I'm the Deputy Vice President at the National Committee on U.S.-China Relations, a U.S. NGO committed to running people-to-people exchanges between the U.S. and China to make sure that each side develops a more nuanced understanding of the other. What many of you may not know is, like Ambassador Huang, I too went to Hubei almost 35 years ago as a young teacher. I had the absolute privilege of living and teaching in Hubei. It was less than a year out of Yale University that I was offered a fellowship position by the Yale China Association to go teach at Huazhong Shifang Daxue, at Central China Normal University in Wuhan. And I taught over a semester all of the freshman and sophomore English majors at the university, drawn in from Wuhan, from other parts of the province, and of course, much of the rest of the country. When I was invited to move to Wuhan, at first it was not an easy decision. I was living in Beijing, and I was enjoying life in the capital city. And I had never visited Hubei at that point. So I made plans to go down for the weekend, to spend time at the university, meet some of its students, meet other professors, and explore Wuhan. It took a day before I was hooked. And the rest, as they say, is history. And I'm so much better for it. I moved to Wuhan right around Spring Festival in 1990, and I began my journey towards becoming, and I'm so happy no one has said this yet, becoming a true Zhoutoniao, a nine-headed bird, a true Hubei Lao. Now, you might ask, 他说什么？他干什么? That's Wuhan dialect, for what is he talking about and what is he doing? Well, how does one become a Hubei Lao? Well, part of the answer, of course, lies in China's incredible cuisine. I am proud to say that I have personally consumed hundreds of bowls of rugamian, which I cannot endorse strongly enough. Have it with a youtiao, the fried dough, and the doujiang in the morning. Best breakfast in the world. The Shao Taoyuan soup, incredible. I had plates and plates of the doupi. I can still, 33 years later, it still brings, my mouth starts to water. Wuchang fish. I would walk across to the lake and they'd pull a fish out of the lake, and 15 minutes later I'd have it in front of me. That's just to name a few. And I have to say, whether it's the Hubei Media Week or others from Wuhan, you've been doing a good job, because when I returned to the US at the very end of 1990, I couldn't find any rugamian in New York. I wasn't smart enough to think of opening my own rugamian restaurant, but I'm delighted that now it's easy to find, and I make great use of those restaurants. Becoming Hubei Lao also involves spending time immersing in Hubei's culture and history. The Yellow Crane Tower, Huanghelou, the Hubei Provincial Museum, a world-class museum right in Wuhan, Wuda, right on the banks of East Lake, and visit there during the cherry blossom festival, cherry blossom season. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. And of course, as already been mentioned, the Yangtze River Bridge. It's where history happened. I also will confess to exploring Wuhan TV a little bit. There, somewhere in the archives of Wuhan Dianshitai is a videotape of me performing, participating in a foreigners singing Chinese songs competition, and to spare your ears, I will not be reprising that role this afternoon. But it was Wuhan, and more broadly speaking, Hubei's people, that really convinced me that Hubei is a special place. Wonderful, wonderful people from whom I learned so much. I learned about their joys and their sorrows. I was part of their daily lives. And I made some exquisite memories and some lifelong friends that I hold on until today. Thanks to WeChat, I remain connected to the students that I taught 33 years ago. Now, others today have already spoken about Hubei's special characteristics, and so I won't go into that. Wuhan is a remarkable city situated at the crossroads of all these transportation systems, and it leaves Hubei at the center of so much that is happening in China today. It makes it such a rich area for exploration. Hubei feels different from China's eastern provinces because it is. And Hubei shows off how China approaches its challenges, and it boasts of China's successes. And that's why I've personally escorted delegations of congressional staff to see places in Hubei and Wuhan. And while I'll continue to take additional groups there in the future, all to deepen understanding and to forge new bonds. Hubei will always hold a very special place in my heart. It's a part of my China experience that I would never, ever give up. So I thank you so much for including me in today's program, and please get yourself to Hubei. You will not be disappointed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.